know what I'm saying? From a spiritual sense, from a brother to a brother. And then heat is what? The Holy Spirit. Right?
Back in 1 Corinthians 9:24, it says, "Know ye not that which run in a race run on,
Right.
but one receiveth the prize."
Yeah, one receive a prize. That's why the scripture says what? Work out your own salvation. Hey, work out, meaning what? Your accomplishments, achievements. See, you can't save me. You can't save me. You can't save me. I have to save me. But the scary part is, it has to be predestined. Right? It has to be within the game plan of the Al shot prior to you running anyway.
So run that you may obtain.
Right, run so you may obtain what? That crown. Did not Yahushua state, don't let no man take your crown? Right, hey, look, the definition of a man is what? A champion and a fighter. Life is a fight, right? You have to fight. Life is combat.
It's for obtain, it's katalabano in the Greek. It says to lay hold of, and it says of evils overtaking one of the last day
Be setting your running. Be setting your running. Retard your running. Go ahead.
of evils overtaking one
Right.
of the last day overtaking the wicked with destruction of a demon about to torment one.
Ooh, and what does a demon goes into intelligence, right? Hey,
This was saying, in a good sense of Mashiach, by his holy power and influence, laying hold of the inner mind and will in order to prompt the government.
that's it.
Mashiach is going to help you get through that.
Right.
What type of temptation you're going through.
That's it. That's it.
We say, let's see if we like to bring it out. He's not going to put much burden. He's going to make a way to escape.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan have desired to have you,
Right.
that
right.
he may sift.
Desire, meaning what? Satan goes into the spiritual realm and he's requesting each and every elect. Right? Did not Yahushua say that no man can pluck them out of my hand? Right? Remember, when you go into that term pluck, I want to say it tells you how the Most High controls the destinies of men. Right? Yahushua is the safeguard.
That back in Luke chapter 22, verse 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you.
Right, and when you go into that term seal, it's a definition that goes into inward agitation. Going into what? The wiles of Satan. Going into the craftiness of Satan. Meaning, he will plant you against you. Because at the end of the day, it's true, you're your biggest opponent, man. Right? He will bug you out. Remember, demons goes into intelligence, manipulating your mindset, having you thinking one way. But you gotta fight that shit. That's the point. That's why King David told King Solomon, look, I go to the earth, show yourself a man. Meaning what? Keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments. What did Ecclesiastes chapter 12? This is the whole conclusion. This is the whole conclusion. And that's why I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying it's the whole duty of man.
That's right. That's it. That's it. And that's why Apostle Paul said, what? I have fought a good fight. Meaning what? I show myself as a man. Right? By keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments to the best of his ability. Right? And Lord will, we come in that same state.
Continuing, this is Hebrews chapter 12, continuing from verse 2. Looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith.
Right. Author means what? Pioneer. Right? Finisher, meaning Yahushua is the highest example of our faith. Right? Nobody else. Not Nate, you know what I'm saying? Or anybody else.
Who for the joy that was set before him
Right.
endured the cross.
Meaning what? He went through the cross. He bare the cross. Right? Go ahead.
Despising the shame,
Right.
and is set.
Despise the shame, meaning what? Get spat on. Right? Getting beat. Knowing that you had power to take this nigga down. At the same time frame, through the Holy Spirit, Yahushua still had what? That spiritual frame. Meaning he didn't get emotional because he thought about not himself, but his brothers and the will of the Most High. Right? Go ahead, bro.
Despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh.
Meaning what? He has a place of authority. One into what? That king. Right? Because remember, Yahushua is going to bear the government of Israel on his shoulders. Right? Meaning what? He's going to rule. And right directly underneath him is King David.
You know, it goes about despise and shame. You know, think about like Jake got spent on this world, this society. You know, they react right there and there.
Yeah.
You know, but Yahushua, he took that lick, man. You know, being falsely accused. You know, like the brother stated, man, he had the power to do what he wanted to. He said he could call 12 legions.
Yeah.
You know?
So he was letting that nigga know, like, man, look, man, you can't do nothing. Man, get Isaiah 53 and 1. Hey, look at this. Well, I want you to get John 19. Get finished. Finished. John 19. Did you read it? Yeah. Squad don't get in the ruler. You got the ruler? Isaiah 53.
It's Isaiah chapter 53, starting from verse 1.
Hold on. Read that
This the book of John.
Yes, sir.
This is the book of John, chapter 19, verse 30. When Yahushua therefore had received the vinegar, he said, "It is finished."
Right. Read that again.
This is the book of John, chapter 19, verse 30. When Yahushua therefore had received the vinegar, he said, "It is
He
finished."
said it is finished, right? And when you go into that term "finished," and I'm not going to get the Greek.
Tameo,
Yeah, Taleo. Read that in the box.
it says in John 19:30, the word means it is finished. Mashiach satisfied the Most High's justice by dying for all to pay for the sins of the elect.
Right?
These sins can never be punished again since they will violate the Most High's justice.
Go ahead, brother.
Sins can only be punished once, either by a substitute or by yourself.
Right. So Yahushua did what? He showed himself as a man until the very end. Therefore, that's why he's identified as the captain of our salvation. He's also classified as the author and finisher of our faith. Right? Yes.
It's Isaiah chapter 53.
So Yahushua had to bear that cross. So his ambassadors will have to bear that cross as well. You know, it's like every brother had to have their hour of discernment in the spirit.
What that mean, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Going to that pressing of the spirit, you know, being pressed down. You know? So just like Yahushua had to go through his moment, you know, we as his followers, we had to go through it as well. You know, women, you know, so we get the strength, we be able to withstand it.
Luke 14. 14 and 25. It reads, "And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, If any man come to me, hate not his father and his mother." And
Meaning
it,
what? That doesn't mean you have to hate your father and your mother. Right? That's why we go into Exodus chapter 20 tells you to honor your father and your mother. That hate is actually going to have it in indifferent opinion. Meaning what? Okay, you believe what you want to, parents. At the same time, right, this is how I'm going to deal. But if you still need me for anything, I got you.
And it's the area, so not do the will of. You know, everybody in your reality, in your circle, they have a different will. Like your mom has a will for you. Dad, you know, your daddy has a will. Your woman has a will. They want you to go this direction in life. You know, your mom wants you to go this direction in life. But you have to do the will of your Yahweh Shai. So it's a war of wills. You have to make sure that you know you love your people in your circle, but their will can't be your life. You know, that's when you become a new man. You have your own will, your own path.
Yahushua 12 years old in the temple. You know, they was looking for him.
Yep.
You know, he told him about my father's business, right? So it's all about his will at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your mom wants you to go to church or something. Tell her no. Respect.
If
Talk
any,
to your mother like Eminem.
Yeah. Fuck you, fuck you. Oh my God. Hey man, this world cannot continue to go on. And you know what? I actually started doing this video. Seeing it. I came across the video. I said, this shit over.
I haven't seen it, but I'm probably sure that's the baby.
I'm gonna kill my mom. I'm gonna kill my dad. I'm gonna kill my grandma.
And Mistress Willis will bring forth monsters.
That's the chorus. That's the chorus, bro. He's saying this shit just like that. Yeah. He talked about shit. He got mad because his dad told him to do it. But see, that's social engineering. See, that's what. Hey, now that is an example of what being anti-shaman, right? Anti-shame, right? Because at the end of the day, that's one of the about according to the law, that little bastard is supposed to be put to death.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, Haitian. Yeah. The Lady Boys.
Yeah, I
Lady
saw
Gaga.
that.
Yeah. So, but that's social engineering.
Yeah.
Esau wants it to be a norm.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now look, all the BLM, right? All these civil rights, it was ultimately for the same gender of people to have rights. All that shit is for that. See, that's how Esau is a strategist, right? So you thinking about, no, my grandparents fought for such. No, nigga. The end result, the goal was for homosexuals, homosexuals to have their rights, man.
Like the women's liberation. Yeah, like the women's liberation. Like people think that it was all for like women having equality rights or having the same pay as men. It was all for the least that needed, citizen versus population.
That's it.
That's all for it.
And to take the mother out of the household, so why? Now they can raise the child.
You're getting indoctrinated, the child getting indoctrinated throughout the whole time.
Yeah.
So that working mother, she don't have time to come home and take care of that child.
That's it.
Because he's been pretty much
Program
programmed
for
and
8 hours,
indoctrinated
8 to
by
9 hours. Liberation means what? To free. You free the woman from the man, which the woman is a servant, and that's a mechanism of how our nation was destroyed.
I got a story.
I can say something, you know, that Black Lives Matter flag, one year is all about Black Lives Matter, right? Next year, you look at the flag, under it says LGBT right under it. So they put that shit right in the merge, right into them, and just like that.
I got one. Sirach 12 and 16. For an enemy speaking sweetly with his lips.
Who's the enemy? Esau. Did not Deuteronomy 28:16 declare that we were sold to our enemies as bondmen and bondwomen? Bond means slave. Right? Go ahead, bro.
The enemy, Sirach 12 and 16. The enemy is speaking sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines.
You know what? These civil rights. This so-called legislation that he makes it seem that it's for your welfare, however, it's for your destruction. Think about this. Although the nobility of Edom are carnal, they still have a spiritual game plan for a spiritual people. That's why everything is designed for what? You to transgress, which means step across, which means break the laws, statutes, and the commandments of Yahweh Shem Shah.
Remember, he's a serpent at the end of the day as well.
Right, and that's the highest form of intelligence, man.
Right. It says, Sirach 12, 16 again. Enemies speaking sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines prosperity into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
He's fake. He's fake. And then he makes it seem like he's for our welfare, just like what? Psalms 83 and 4, how it states that the name of Israel, right, and that started with what? Him, started with Esau, as well as him discontinuing us from our heritage. And now he literally wants to eradicate us off the face of earth. Right? Was it through it?
Yeah.
You want to make a point of it?
No, it was a scripture. Basically, like, an evil man, if he do it good, it's for his own belly. know, that civil rights thing does to transition you into Satanism and ultimately overthrow the Israelite land. You have to remember, prior to civil rights, we had segregation. With segregation, we had self-sufficiency. So the last thing he wanted was us to not, the last thing he wanted was us to be free from him. And like I said, Jacob and Esau wrestled in the belly. It's really a wrestle of power. So like you said earlier, what Esau does is tactical. He makes one move that sets the play for a move on down the road. But his civil rights just set up their play for this LGBTQ transitioning you into Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And then overthrowing the Israelite land. Because you look at the principles of Black Lives Matter, it ain't got nothing to do with putting the problem or cop not being your ass. It has to do all with replacing the Israelite man with the damn monk. Taking the rest of you niggas, the remaining niggas that didn't get incarcerated, it's not Modes, it's not dead, all right? It's not unemployed. Take the rest of you niggas from your little power you had in the house, you know? Because basically it's a war against Israelite leadership. And every black bitch think that an Israelite man being in control is evil.
Narcissistic. And how you destroy a man is what? I mean, how do you destroy a nation is what? Killing the man. Killing the man.
A guy actually said that. But you got it.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 14, verse 7. And if he does good, he does it unwillingly, and at the last, he will declare his wickedness.
You know, if he does good, he does it unwillingly. But according to the nature of Esau, as a matter of fact, somebody put a song, the world is not pursuing, the earth is not pursuing the earth. What was in his heart? Is it something fine? Hey, bro. Tighten up. I'm telling you, that's the few of them I remember off the bat.
It's Psalms chapter 55, verse 20. He had put forth his hand against, is it? 21. He says, like. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Because he always presents himself like he's here to deliver you niggas, man. Especially the Democratic devils, man. And y'all fall for every election period. He got say that, bro? Yeah, he got that savior complex. And it's the same game. You have the bad president, and you got the savior president. The bad president, the asshole president, and you got the savior president. And he sets you up. And some of them play the same game with you Israelites, man. He came to deliver you out of your bullshit. He never does. All right, you got it, bro.
Hey, can I bring out a priesthood?
Yeah.
Regarding Democrat. This is Revelation 13 and verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Yep.
And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spoke as a dragon.
And two horns like a lamb. That's the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. Like they say, it's two different wings on the same bird, man. It is a game. All right? Good cop, bad cop. But that creates the illusion of freedom. And the illusion of freedom is a fucking run of witchcraft, man. But it's the illusion of freedom so you don't know that you have no freedom.
Right, and you got all these tokens such as a birth certificate, a driver's license, passports,
You get taxed.
tax.
You work your ass off there and get taxed, man. All right? King's tax. Showing you that Babylon has a king, man. All right?
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah, declaring civil rights. That was smooth, man. Setting up a hit hit like MLK. But what the footage that you didn't see was the speech after that I had a dream. I saw that footage on YouTube. MLK was like, man, I was tripping, man. He was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little naive to say that speech. He was like, what do you call it, wishful thinking? You know?
He didn't even write it.
Yeah.
So he knew all along.
Yeah, nigga was a
Fucking
him
nigga, yeah, that nigga was a him play. Man, that shit makes me mad.
Hey, the words in his mouth are smoother than butter. Those
That's
are
it.
Amalek words,
That's
man.
it. That's who wrote the speech.
Those Amalek words, man.
Was it? I had a dream.
Oh, okay. Them boy got a ghostwriter, man. No respect you thought he got a ghostwriter. There you go. Yeah, the first drink, man.
But war was in his heart.
But what is real warfare? It's strategy. Like the captain of the Bible was saying. Like Esau was tactical. And that's just, you can't beat nobody against their blessing. Esau 20 steps ahead with them tactics and them strategies. The word general, if you look up the word general in the etymology, it goes back to strategy. So Esau, what he did in the 60s was set the stage for now, transitioning into the new world. Oh, it's all about the NWO, man. You remember the Wrestling Federation, NWO? It was all about the NWO. How do you go from police brutality to a damn rainbow flag, man? But the police brutality, that was a chess move on that chessboard, man. To get you niggas, to buy you niggas in, man. And you could buy a nigga cheap. All right?
His words were softer than oil,
Yep.
yet were they drawn swords.
Listen, Maccabees, was it the Ptolemy? How you spoke peaceful words to the people?
They would get the word solar and savior. You know, a lot of Israelites, they worship the Ptolemy. Going back to what they call it, Serapis Christus. Yep, that's where we get also Jesus Christ. You know, but a continuation of the Edomite Savior, man.
That's that guy, he had like a flower pot. You know what I'm saying? That's when he work at.
Right, and it's heavy. You can't pull an Israelite away from Caesar, man. Especially the woman, whether it's the southern Judah woman or the Maria, man. You can't pull them from Caesar, man.
How you know we in Rome? Because the Romans pretty much the first society to pamper slaves.
Yep.
You know, pretty much the slaves fell in love with their captivity.
Yep.
So they were being pampered. They got, see what happened in the 60s, pretty much Esau started giving you niggas crumbs from the table, man. Say, give them the scroll of the heart, which is your mind. Okay? And that's why you see to this day, our people, all right, they decline their morals. They'll throw away their morals for more of the cause of home, man.
Yeah, because an average woman could basically be a harlot and live a dainty lifestyle.
No responsibility.
With no responsibilities. And live a dainty life, but what did you give in exchange? What the Spirit has been on me to learn about Babylon is that there's always an exchange. In order, you integrated into the dainty, decadent life of Rome, what did you give in exchange? You gave up your family. You gave up your posterity. All right? You gave up your self-respect as a nation. All right? So yeah, you lived the dainty life as a Roman, but you basically continued the discontinuation of your heritage, man.
Even with that feminism, you know, it was spearheaded by Esau, even
Yep.
more so the Rockefeller Foundation. But they set up, even like women go ahead, be protesting for it. But it was our women of our nation, they felt victim to it the most, man.
Yep.
Gloria Stein.
The CIA.
She was CIA agent. Gloria Stein and the other bitch, Betty Friedman, and she looks hideous, goddamn. You know, you see why she was a bitter wife. Okay? Look up images of Betty Friedman and look how she looked, going into that book, Feminine Mystique. Okay? But those Edomite women, they jumped out there, and you Israelite women, all right, took hold to it, and then the Edomite woman went back to her husband. Okay? And you went to the projects, man. Yeah, that's like you're saying, it was a silent war. See, Esau didn't come straight, like he was post-slavery with the KKK, dragging Jake out of the house, lynching Jake. Esau came with a silent war against you niggas, man, and he made it seem as if you niggas was prospering, man, because Jake in his mind still think that they progressed from the 60s to now.
It's actually way worse.
Yeah.
Way worse than the 60s.
And the neighborhood showed.
Because, because we'll bring out to a scripture, brother.
Yeah, this is about dealing with Ptolemy and his son, who later became Jesus. This is Wisdom of Solomon 14, verse 14. For by the vainglory of men, they enter, let me start at verse 12. Wisdom of Solomon 14:12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
And this was Solomon 14.
Yep,
And mostly it's going back to the time of the flood. It goes into that period too. But hey, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
upholding the standard of righteousness in the earth. But once that line goes off, the whole world is thrown off course. You know, you're responsible. All right, you're the one that's put in a position to be responsible and the overseer. Once you go off, everything under you goes off, man.
See right, those rightful rules started with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they continued their legacy. You know, we got it.
Okay, this is back in Wisdom of Solomon 14:12. And the invention of them be corruption of life. Verse 13. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. Verse 14. For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. Verse 15. This is the point. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he has made an image of his child, soon taken away. Now honor him as a God.
Yep.
Which,
Go ahead, bro. No, they came back, and that was reincarnated in the Republic of Innocence, man.
All right.
Pope Alexander the Sixth of Rome, man.
That's right.
Cesare Borgia.
Yeah.
But it first happened during that Maccabean period, man.
They were Ptolemy in this song.
But you know what? And it goes ultimately back to fucking the Babylonians,
Right.
Nimrod.
That's right.
Because this we get Tammuz,
Yeah, Tammuz and
Semiramis,
Yeah.
Tammuz.
yeah,
It just cycled back.
yeah, Nimrod and Tammuz.
Yeah, that was his son, man.
They were like their first whole trinity.
No new thing under the sun, man.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Hey, but when you go into it though, when you go into those 4 generals that came after Alexander, you had Assapegus, Ptolemy, Alexander, and the Seleucid Empire. Well, Alexander and the Lacedaemonian Empire, they pretty much dwindled out, and you pretty much only had the Ptolemies and the Seleucids, and they was always going back and forth battling over Israel. Seleucids put hell on Israel. The Ptolemies, they was kind of easy. That's why Jacob would worship the Ptolemaic Empire, because life was easier under them than under the Seleucids. There's no
Antiochus
difference.
came from your boy.
Yeah, Antiochus Epiphanes came out of the Seleucid Empire.
That's right.
You know, but pretty much going back then, the Ptolemies and the Seleucids was like similar to the the Republican Democrat Party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody like them Democrats.
Yeah.
Take like the Democrats.
Niggas still talking about Bill Clinton.
Yep.
You know?
Still, but you know what? The Democrats, that's that serpent kill.
Yep.
Because I think it was Jaden brought it out, and I'm just gonna I didn't look it up. I can't remember if I looked it up or not. But long story short, in the state of New York, for the so-called black people, the death rate is higher than the birth rate because of proportion. It's a slow kill, man. Like we said, they master how to kill you low key. The silent one, the processed food, abortion, you know, birth control. And then when you listen to that bullshit, you can take under a spell. All Israelites, all 2/3 of our people are under some demonic spell.
Right.
You got it, bro.
That's right. That's right. Hey, back into Wisdom of Solomon 14:15. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he has made an image of his child soon taken away, now honor him as a God, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices.
And all Israelites have that vibration.
Right.
Because you over celebrate your offspring.
That's right.
You know, like the woman and her child, like a Semiramis Tammuz situation.
It's, all that shit goes back to that.
Like the son is like he's overly celebrated, man.
Hey, look at Jake and how they get down when they provide for their children with their birthdays.
Yeah.
They go overboard, overkill.
And it goes back to that paganism.
That's it.
That Babylonian, where you worship your fucking kids.
That's right.
What about your house shot? We the time of Hanukkah. We were around that time, you know. It was a fucking Halloween, you know.
Yep. Verse 16. Thus in the process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law. Engraving images were worshipped by the commandments of kings, whom men could not honor in presence, but they dwell far off.
Yep.
They took the counterfeit of his visage, meaning another idol made like this image, from far, and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present.
Yep, and that goes all the way back to the ancient times, man. All right? That's why it said in the book of Ephesians, the Ephesians was like, we have no queen but Diana. Was it Diana? Yep. But did they make a business for her? That was their hustle. You know? Yep. Old Didi. You know? But hey, the point is, man, hey, that's idolatry, man. And what about the Howard shop? I said, we're in the time of Satan Wing. I forgot about that shit, man. When I saw that long line, we're in the time of Halloween. What about Hanukkah? Everybody worships Baal, this fucking dick tree, man. What about the Hanukkah, man? All right? It's 2022, all right? As you said, remember this to show yourselves men, you still following the ways of your childhood, man. All right?
Quick one. So to the same spirits coming back. John 19, started verse 14. And it was the preparation of the Passover in about the 6th hour. And he said unto the Jews, behold your king. That's referring to Pilate. But they cried out, away with him, crucify him. Pilate said unto them, shall I crucify your king? The chief priest answered, we have no king but Caesar.
Yep.
Those some same spirits, you know what I'm saying, honoring, you know what I'm saying, Esau again, man. There's no new thing under the sun.
That's right. Because the 12 tribes cleave to Esau. He cleaved to the Romans, man. Those are the best little, you know how you got like little power couples, a little couple relationship. The Israelites and the Romans, that's a nice little couple relationship. Niggas and Romans.
Yeah.
You know?
Think about when Obama came up scene, was that Jamie Foxx? He called Obama his Lord and Savior. You know, then I think Joe Biden, they said, well, no, nobody can save us but Biden.
Yep.
I forgot one of the actresses who said that, man.
You know, that he's bringing that demonic vibration, but it's really the elites. They just you've been like, can somebody get you get a scripture a lot? Yeah, keep bring out your scripture, bro. Can somebody get the white couple excellent in the statement? And you know, brothers, you guys just slow me.
You was mentioning how the people was like, they say Caesar our king, but Yahweh Shah was there to show them the way and stuff. This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse. 6 verse 16. Thus said Yahweh Shah, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old path, where is that good way, and walk therein, and you shall find rest for your souls. But ye said we will not walk therein. You know, they chose the God of this world instead of Yahweh Shah.
We were walking the way of Caesar. We want the Roman way. You know, we have, hey, forget the Israel way. That's cool and all, Shalom. But we're going to live this Roman lifestyle. And you're going to die Roman.
The hell with legacy, we want tender.
Yep, you want tender, man.
Tag.
Yep, you trust it. And when you got that thing, your aura, that's you trusting in oppression, man.
Wow,
And you going to die. You know, a lot of you showing your actions who's your king. Is this your king? Esau, that's your king? And you're gonna die with that old pieces, man.
Just like in the time of Moses, I think it was Korah, when they said, stand on this side, those will be with me. You know, those stand with Korah, I think they fell in the pit, yeah.
That's spiritual.
Hey, because at the end of the day, like even on the House of Dragon, that last episode, you had two people claiming to be king. You see? So when you have two people claiming to be king, you gotta choose a side. You can't be in the middle. Like, if you got two people claiming to be king, you can't be in the middle. All right? Ain't no neutral stance. Like, you gotta choose a side. You know, and that's the time that we in now. All right? Well, you have us claiming our birthright, you know, according to the scriptures, going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They was promised to be what? Kings of the earth. Okay? And we're claiming our birthright, but Esau is saying, nah, we the kings of the earth. So now everybody got to choose a side. And see, like this whole thing with Ye, what you're seeing is these celebrities are all in, all right, with the other side, man. Okay, they never meant you people any good. They never meant the people on the side any good, man. You know, I gotta. This is Proverbs 12 and 26. It said the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces them.
The way, what's that way there? Roman way.
Like, there you go, lifestyle.
The lifestyle and the spirit always get on us to get into that, man. Because the West is seducing, it's seductive because of its instant gratification. Jake has got enticed by lifestyle and gave you instant gratification. It's about fast food, fast sex, fast entertainment, fast money. All right, but the return, and what you digest is death. It's like sin heightened. It's like a heightened sin. It's like crack. The Roman way is like crack for your flesh, man. Especially the American Roman way. It's that rush, man. That overstimulation of dopamine. And you a stimulant addict. You a stimulus addict, man. All right, you got it.
This is the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4. All right, and it's going into how the ways of the wicked, seduce, all right, my people. But then you will have a remnant, that will always be dedicated to Yahweh Shema
Right.
Shah. And this is going to Enoch, which is word being Kanak, which is going back to, Hanukkah.
Yeah.
What? Dedication. Okay? So we're in the time where we're being dedicated back to our power, man, and it's through our lifestyle. Our lifestyle shows our dedication, man. Okay? Now, when you go on to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 10, it says, he pleased the Most High and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners, he was translated. Yeah, speedily he was taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding or deceit beguile his soul.
Yep.
All right, so Enoch was translated from a wicked society because it was just getting worse and worse. And we're in that same position as we have rededicated ourselves back into our power, and society is getting worse. It's gonna have to come to a point where the Lord gonna have to take us out of here, man, because it's getting too bad. It's getting too wicked to even exist here for us, man. You know what I mean?
That's straight up.
I got a precept to back you up.
Go ahead, bro.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manners.
And that communication goes back to company. Like you run into, like even when you like the music you listen to, that's company, man. It said corrupt good manners. What's our manners? Is our way. So ultimately, that Western way corrupts the Eastern way. And what the Most High is doing, He's building many Jerusalems all throughout the earth. Every camp, that's a Jerusalem. Like it's like a portal into the East. You know how you go to a Elamite's house? Now you just went to India. You go to an East Indian restaurant or a Mediterranean restaurant. You just walked into their country. Nigerian restaurant. I haven't had that luxury yet. But going to it now, you just walked into Nigeria. So these little sanctuaries, these are portals into our homeland. That's why you gotta be careful who you let in. You see? So the Most High, he's building little Jerusalems all throughout the earth. This is the way walking in it.
Like you said, it's like even music, what you're listening to, it's like that's what you keep in company with. Because if you're riding around listening to drill music, it's like you're riding around with these niggas that's telling you how to behave. These niggas constantly telling you how to behave. Now what we do, we ride in the car. A lot of us listen to videos, lessons. Now that's like we're keeping company with brothers, man.
And what I'm sorry,
No,
bro.
that was it.
What I noticed, demons hop off you when you turn on like the elders, you listen to brothers. Demons hop off because your mind will be plagued. You don't even realize it till you listen to the men of your house, man. You man, straight to that.
Hey, this Habakkuk 2 and 15. Won't to him they give his neighbor drink that puts that bottle to him.
And what's that bottle? It's the bottle of Satanism. I don't know another way to put it. Westernization, Satanism, the wine of whoredom.
Do that will.
Do as I will. Yeah. Can you read it again about yourself?
And this is Habakkuk 2 and 15. Won't to him they give his neighbor drink that puts that bottle to him and make him drunken also, and thou makes look at their nakedness.
That's why in Isaiah it says they're drunken but not with wine, they stagger but not with a strong drink. You stagger with the philosophies of your oppressors. You should evolve to some point where you just stop at least unplug from what your oppressor taught you. You know, but the Most High got you blind.
Yeah, I got it. This is Proverbs 23:1. It says, "When thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee."
Hey, what is eating with a ruler? All right, it's his lifestyle that he's presenting to you. It's like that table. It's like the media, or it's like this country, and like everything that you have in your face, that's what he's serving you, man. You know, consider diligently. And, you know, like how will this affect? There's so many things that's not a sin in America, but it'll get your spirit out of whack. No, brothers be sensitive to that. Like when I engage in that, I'll be out of whack. Be through.
You can feel it. You feel guilty as hell.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, because anything that Esau tainted is like, you know, you look at a honey bun. Why does honey bun got 50 ingredients in the back? And it's supposed to be honey in a bun. You know how many times bread was mentioned in the Bible?
Yeah.
We had cakes and waffle cakes is all in the scriptures. Honey was our sweetener. Why is it that we eat it on this side, we eat bread on this side, we get all bloated, you know, brain fog.
Staring down skillets.
Yep.
You have a stare down with skillets.
Yep. You be funny shit. You be funny shit, man. You gotta know, brother.
Verse 2, and it says, oh yeah, just to make the point, like, remember, the Bible is written from a perspective of an ancient king, okay? And a lot of deals and covenants will be made over dinner, over feasts, okay? So when it says, when thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee, because it's a conversation being had over that dinner, okay? Look, I want to bring this my idea, I want to bring this, I want to do this, going back to these niggas, these puppet niggas that Esau had set up. Well, Esau brought them niggas in and sat at the table and said, look, this is what we're going to go forward. Okay, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. You see, Jake didn't consider what was before him, going back to MLK. You know, he didn't consider what was being put before him when he was going, okay, to eat, all right, with the rulers, man, which were the Edomites, man. And it says, and put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite, you know, because you got to have some restraint. If you're a man given an appetite, okay, which is pretty much the lust of the flesh, you know, you got to show restraint when you're considering particular situations, man, okay? Hey, a woman might be into, like you say, a woman might be into you, but what does that do for your spirit? You know, her being around your situation, you gotta consider the cost. What does this do for my spirit?
Hey, cause there's a lot of single chicks out there now.
Yep.
It's like a lot of these chicks are free spirits.
Yep.
But you really bringing them into Jerusalem.
Yep.
And even if you don't, show them what all you got going on,
Yep.
the fact that you bring her into your space, you gotta ask yourself, what's they gonna take from you?
Yep.
It's gonna take something from you.
Yep.
And like this woman broke down, the benefit has to outweigh the cost.
Yep.
You know?
I say this.
It's business 101.
I say this.
Yep.
And that's like you sit now people sit down with Esau. This how it is. They be like, I want this. Esau, but you gotta give me this.
Yeah.
I need I give you all the money you want, but you gotta bring all the wickedness up. From robbing, from they grab all that robbing, adultery, all that bullshit that they push out. You know what I'm saying? But that's how Esau is. I'm gonna give you all the money in the world though, but you gotta put all the achievements out on your people.
Put the dress on.
That's right.
How is it that you got thousands and thousands and thousands of rappers, hundreds and hundreds of songs on playlists, hundreds of rappers, right? It's like 4 topics. No matter how many rappers, like 4 topics. You said adultery, murder, robbery, and drugs.
Yeah.
And basically spending all your money back to the so-called white. You know what I'm saying? Like giving the money back to the oppressor. Like it's like 5, 6 topics, but it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of rappers. Showing you they all sat at a fat ass table.
Yep.
Like y'all have nothing else to rap about. You know, it's a stage, man. Deaf culture, man.
verse 3, it says, "Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat."
Yup. You got it, brother.
Yeah, they are deceitful meats. And see, when you have a desire for the riches and the cares of this world, Esau has leverage on you.
Yup.
Now he can leverage you. And that's why a lot of times Esau lets you get accustomed to a particular lifestyle, and he'll bring his agenda. You see? That's why you see them niggas get on eggshells when the small hats get mad, you niggas get on eggshells, man. Niggas get the backpedaling, niggas get the disowning. Alright, all you pro-black, revolutionary, woke niggas, but as soon as the little hats get mad, you niggas get in the box, man.
Look at the dive.
Yeah, niggas got in the box, man.
Take the turban off real quick.
Yeah. You know. I need to be retaught, Rabbi. Yeah. You know? But this shows you that Jake worship, okay, the so-called white man.
You want them to suffer.
Yeah. The so-called white man is you niggas idols, man. Okay, and that's what's being shown.
No, you finna say something.
I was gonna get it.
I thought about the movie scene Roots. It's like the first Roots. Kizzy was talking about this Jake, right? And she was, I think it was flirting or whatever. He was shooting a shot to her. Then his master came. Then Jake was like, "No, master, yeah, master."
Yeah.
And Kizzy was looking at her like, "Damn, man,
Yeah.
where your backbone at?"
Yeah.
And then that's how these niggas are.
Yeah.
Like you got this hard persona,
Bravado.
the bravado. But when a smile head comes, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
master.
Yeah.
I must have read the Torah wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me take my turban off.
Yeah.
Put my fitted cap back on.
Professor Griff under the bus, goddamn, like goddamn.
Yeah.
You know?
This Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
See, the word is out now. You see, there's a standard in the earth now. You see, this gospel going out now creates all these talking points, and now a standard has been established in the earth. Okay? And now we're measuring the earth through this standard. Like you say, we're not a formal or recognized government in the earth. Okay? But we have a standard that we can judge the earth by.
Right, that's powerful.
You see?
For the first time.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can never do that, bro. You can actually judge this world by another standard.
Yep.
You know?
Yep, you got it.
And of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
It's the discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Like you say, when you're cut with a sword, what happens? You bleed out. What's in you comes on the outside. So you get cut by this word, what's in you, in your mind, starts to come on the outside. Okay? And now we see you niggas worship the so-called white man. Okay? All you niggas, especially the higher up you niggas are, the more you worship the so-called white man. Okay? That's what's being brought out in the latter times, man.
That's why they call us field niggas.
Yep.
Them house niggas.
Yep.
You know, they are direct his asses.
Yep. Because you link your luxury to this man. That's why when he gets uncomfortable, you niggas get on the front line, man. Okay, well you niggas stay on the front line, man. Okay, go ahead. Read the Matthew 16 again.
It's Matthew 16 and 21. From that time forth began Yahweh Shah to show unto his disciples. Like,
Read Jordan real quick. For everything.
And it's John 7:7. The world cannot hate you, but me it hated.
Yeah, so this is Yahweh Shah speaking. The world cannot hate you, but me it hate it. Go ahead.
Because I testify to it that the work and the works thereof are evil.
Yeah, so if we are the king's subjects and we're here to enforce the king's standard, well, you're not mad at me, you're mad at the standards of the king. You're not mad at us. We're coming with the king's standard. This is what's acceptable. Me and is telling you, you're angry at the standard that's being established in the earth. Okay? Yeah. So now that's why you're gonna be dealt with accordingly, as you're gonna be put in the category of rebellion. You see? when you reject, okay, the decrees of a king, that's an open rebellion. You know? See, the earth is going to be judged ancient world style. See, you used to Esau paperwork and politically correct and not get your feelings hurt and my rights and my body and all. No, you finna be judged ancient world style. Either you do you agree or not?
Ancient world style is gruesome death too.
Yeah.
You get down, you gonna lay down. What you doing?
Get that in the what that 2 Timothy 3:16. He said Matthew 4.
Matthew 6:20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
Matter of fact, start at 19.
Slack. 19 said, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt.
Seeing them niggas, they're concentrated on their earthly possessions, what they have now in this society. Okay, you're worried about your possessions, and the empire is going to be destroyed. You see, when the Greeks took down the Persian Empire, okay. What you had, your status in the Persian Empire didn't matter anymore. Now it's a whole nother ruler. And he's going to bring in a whole nother leadership. Okay? So everything that you stored up under the Persian Empire was now a spoil to another nation. You see? So you Jakes, you're storing up your treasures in the kingdom that the Lord is going to wage war against. You see? Our treasures is stored into the king that's coming. You see, he's coming with a reward for his belief.
No, there's some land back on the scene from the movie 300.
Yep.
That was the king messenger, hey, that approached Leonidas.
Yep.
You know, that was the king. It was just a warning. It was like a heads up. Hey, this is about to happen. I'm in power now. All right, this the play.
Yep.
You should bow earth and ashes, nigga. Like, unless you want to be earth and ashes, bow down. And Leonidas killed him. But what happened? He rejected the messenger.
Yep.
But what happened as a result?
You gotta go up.
Yep.
That's why when Esau started putting his hands on the messengers, that's the act of war.
Yep.
And see, these small hats know. Okay? These small hats know what it is, man. Because even the brothers, the brothers out of New York, I don't know the name of the camp, but I know the brother Balquar Massa and their brother Elder Tazwan up there in New York. But they were saying how even these they got different concentration camps for brothers where brothers ain't even gonna be allowed to pray. Like they gonna have it set up where you can't even pray, you know? Cause they know these small hats ain't, they not dumb. Okay? Everybody on earth play these debates. Y'all ain't the Israelites. How y'all know? Show us, prove. See, the small hats know. They not dumb. Okay? That's why they got a special concentration camp just for brothers, man. Okay? But that's gonna be a what? An act of war. Once you start putting your hands on another king's subjects, that's an act of war. This is where we at, man. Go ahead.
And where thieves break through and steal,
Yep.
but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven,
Yep.
where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
And what we're doing, we're earning favor with the king that's coming into power. It's just like an investment, like we always going to an investment. If you invested in Amazon when it was penny stocks, okay, and you bought thousands, okay, or you bought millions of stocks, okay, you don't work anymore because you came up, because you invested, okay, when it was nothing. When you invest in the king before he's a king, when he gets everything, okay, you retire. That's your retirement.
Yep.
When you invested everything into him before he was a king, okay, now you good. You see? What's that Ephesians? Look at Ephesians 1:18.
I was gonna say, bro, that shows
Yeah,
faith
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, but it said, but where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Where your treasure is, that's where your heart, your mind. And you niggas treasure this world. You niggas cherish Esau rulership, man. Okay? Because you have gotten the benefits while your people suffer, man. And you niggas have no integrity, man. Okay?
Yeah, Jay-Z rap about the white man all day.
Yeah.
Look how much he's giving you.
Yep.
Look at the lifestyle. You talk about Marcy P. Look at Marcy Project.
Yep.
if it still stands,
Yeah.
none of your money will, resurrected your people. You're a billionaire.
And you came up out the destruction
Yeah.
of the project.
Yep.
When niggas talk about how much dope they sold, when this one nigga is talking about how much dope he sold, this nigga ruined hundreds of lives, hundreds of families, man. He ruined generations. Okay? The crack epidemic that removed mothers and fathers out of households. There was somebody, auntie and uncle, that you just made a goddamn zombie, man.
Why you think like these cities are ratchet and dark and decrepit?
You know?
Yeah, it's you niggas.
Yeah. You niggas and you niggas and black culture glorify these niggas, man. Okay? And we glorify these niggas in the world, man.
Yep.
We were through. Okay? That trap music era. You see? These niggas got a lot of blood on their hand, man. They ruined generations of Israelites through witchcraft and drugs, man. Okay?
And that culture, engineered, it ruined the minds of Israelites.
Yep.
You still got 50-year-old men cocking their head the other way,
Yeah.
sagging.
Saying that work.
Sagging, you 50.
Yeah, you lift a heavy weight, you trying to pull your goddamn pants up, man.
Yeah.
That's a nigga that's mentally ill, man.
Yep.
You know? You got it, bro.
This is Ephesians chapter 1, verse 18.
Yep.
The eye of your understanding being enlightened.
The eye of your understanding being enlightened. Because guess what? Like I say, we were enchanted by that culture at one time, man. We thought that was the way. You know, like you always said before, you would listen to T.I., all right, on your advice on how to operate day to day. You know, you
never back
yeah,
down.
sell 50 dimes by dinner
Dinner
time.
time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm on Nick number 4. Yeah.
Ain't going right to fucking jail.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to replace our fathers.
Yeah.
He was strategically set up to replace the fathers. Those little personas, man.
Yeah.
So in turn, we follow their way, which was instructed by Esau, and in return, we become incarcerated or die. That was the plan.
That ye may know what is the hope of his calling.
We know what the hope of his calling is. There's a righteous rulership coming to the earth. Okay? We're in the midst of a righteous takeover. But it begins with what? Because every war begins with what? Propaganda. You see? There's always wartime propaganda. Bible shop, you can look that up. Wartime propaganda. Let's get that definition. We're gonna go to Google and shit.
I got a quick one, though.
Okay, yeah. You're gonna hold that and get yours, bro.
Bitch not touching prophets. And this Psalms 105:15
Yep.
said, touch not my anointed one,
Yep.
do my prophets no wrong.
Do my prophet no harm. It's one thing when you deal, okay, because even like if you do something to the baker, you know, what's going on, man? If you do something to the baker, you know, to just a farmer of a king, you know, this of the king's subjects, you know, the king will have a reaction. But then when you do something to someone that's in his courts, you know what I'm saying? You do something to somebody that he depends on for daily advice, you know, that he depends on to carry out important tasks that operate his kingdom. When you start putting your hand, because even with Daniel, when he had to put Daniel in the lion's den, he was fasting, he was sad, because Daniel helped his kingdom run efficiently. He was sick, he was like, shit. But back in the day, when you were king, when you said something, you had to stand on it. Or it could cause, all right, a ripple effect of rebellion in your kingdom. You know, but he let Daniel make it. He didn't do nothing to Daniel, you know, and then he called him a rebellion. You see? So, but when Darius did that, he was so sick because Daniel was such an asset to him, man. Okay? And that's why when Daniel survived, what did he do? When the Lord preserved Daniel, he threw them niggas in there, man. Like, you niggas don't want to have me kill Daniel, man. You know what I'm saying?
They got that wartime propaganda group. Said propaganda in wartime must seek to demoralize enemy morale.
Must seek to demoralize enemy morale.
Morale.
Yep. And what you think happening?
Hey yo!
You know? What you think happening, man?
Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
a primary objective of propaganda aimed at enemy nations is to break down their will to fight.
Yep.
It seeks to lower the enemy's will to resist, and it does this in several ways.
Yeah, so what they're doing, like with this whole thing with Yehu, they're stripping him of everything in front of everybody. It's like, look, this is what happens to you when you come up against this system. When you come up against, all right, the status quo that we established in the earth. Okay, it's wartime propaganda. Okay, but guess what? The Most High has his wartime propaganda meant through the prophets. You see, on the right hand side. Okay, and what it's doing is galvanizing the elect. Okay, to stand boldly in these times, man. You know, you got that.
Ephesians chapter 1, verse 18. The eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that ye may know what is the hope of his calling, and what the riches of his glory, of his inheritance in the saints.
Go ahead.
And what is the exceeding greatness of his power to us who believe according to the working of his mighty power.
Yeah, so the believing to the believers, we're about to witness of power, and that's why it's going to be a great promotion. Okay? We're going to be changed. We're going to be promoted. We got status and rank in the earth. It's going to be the Most High showcasing his power by bringing us from such a lower state to such a place of authority, man. It's going to be a great showcase of power, man. And there is no way that we can come from where we at now to be rulers over the earth. There's no point way to do that right now. We way down, man. But that's the Most High set it up like that so he can showcase power, man. When he does it, man, go ahead.
Which he wrought in Hamashiach
Yep.
when he raised him from the dead and set him at his own right hand in the heavenly places,
Yeah, how shot the hand of the king. Okay, go ahead.
far above all principalities
Yep.
and powers
Yep.
and might and dominion, and every name that is named, not only in this world, but also in that which is to come.
But not in this world, but also in the world that's to come. Okay? This age that's to come now. And this is what it's all about. The righteous kingdom that's being established now. This is what we're doing. Okay? Like Apostle Paul said, we'll do this as one that beateth the air. Like, no, we understand the end game. Okay? And that's a righteous kingdom being established. And how it shot the throne of David being set up in the earth, man. And that's what's to come. And that's what these small hats are trying to prevent. What we seeing right now, they're trying to prevent our ascension to the throne, man. You know? But it's written that we got the victory, man. You know?
Yeah, we're gonna be brothers and sisters edified. I know I was. Once again, want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, the great millstone well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Above. Come out, shout. How about my shout? Barakadam, shalom. Shalom. Remember, Christmas next Sunday. Hey, brother, y'all, whoever got 10 free,